Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
At the 15.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Williams will pass. They're working that left side. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out. First carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And the senior just snapped. The air and gave it back to his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse, move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the first down and still on his feet. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, dude. In today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Defense looks as if it's coming. Williams looking for a man. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They grab the early lead.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Quarterback keeps it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Williams will pass. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Trying to find his man on first down. They get to him as he throws. He makes the catch. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. The give on fourth down. Tackled after picking up the first down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Gets it to the back. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fakes the grab on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
loss yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Williams looking for a man. Extending the play. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Here's the handoff. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He wants to throw. Escapes trouble. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys.
And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 4 over Rutgers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Keene. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Going to try to get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Snags it over the middle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Miami.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Williams will pass. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. It's complete. And it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball. Ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Williams looking for a man. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Canes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds a tight end down the gut. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
29 Phillies.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Wants to throw on second down. Looking to take a shot. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Williams will pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes! A great catch and run for 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Missouri. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
Makes his connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Dances away from 1. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here from my running back, make the game easy.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Taken down at the 30. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up. Gets it out quickly. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw the screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
Miami, 28.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He's got him wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff to the lone back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 28, Oklahoma 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Calls his own number. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the defense, Abe's got him at the 27.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Williams will pass. They'll run the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's looking to pass. A little screen to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the Hurricanes have it with a first and goal. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Brings up second and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Williams looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burden. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The hand to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They're going to throw it again. Gets open down the middle.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosion.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV looks like the best show on the Vegas Strip right now. What a dazzling offensive showcase. They're up by 20 over Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He now has 63 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a nice game.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play can decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.